Hi, my name is Mimi Loureiro. I am the owner of OT Yoga Studios, and I will also be your instructor in Maya Tulum. This is a video about the retreat, the Maya Tulum retreat that we do every year. This year is our 10th year, so we've been going for a long time, and the trip gets better and better every time we do it. I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the trip because this is a trip that's very special to me. I go every year with my family, my husband and my kids, and a group of wonderful yogis and yoginis. There are a lot of people that come back every year, singles, couples, sisters, brothers, families. It's a mix of all different kinds of people that come. And then there's people that come new every time as well. And there are people from Canada that come. There is Priscilla and Jenny. There is Stuart and Muriel. These are people that are coming all the way from Canada for this trip. Phil and Melissa come from California, and Lisa and Brian come from Connecticut. So you'll see there's some friends from Mexico that might be coming this year, Stephanie and Adrienne. So it's a really, really interesting group of people. It's not just people from the studio, obviously, it's people from all over. What we all have in common is that we love yoga. We love O2 yoga specifically. And we also love Mexico, Tulum specifically. There are some questions that people always ask about the trip. One is, do I have to be really good? Do I have to be advanced? Am I, have to be a super yogi? We do offer 2 classes a day, hour and a half in the morning, 2 hours at night. There are people that do both classes every single day. There are an awful lot of people that don't. So the trip is really geared to be what I consider a retreat. And what that means is whatever it means to you. Relaxing on the beach, walking every day, going on tours. There's a ton of stuff that you could do, or you could do nothing but walk around on the sand every day in bare feet, take a class, have lunch, have dinner, have breakfast, hang out, maybe a margarita, who knows. It's really up to you. That's the beauty of the trip. So the other questions that people have are, is Mexico safe? Is the food safe? Is all that safe? Yeah, it's totally safe. We've been coming for 10 years, as I said. We've never had any problem whatsoever. In fact, the food is amazing. We have vegetarian food every day. There's some fish every once in a while. Huge buffets, 3 times a day. Fruits and vegetables, all really, really fabulous and fresh and wonderful. We are in the Yucatan, so that means that most of the people that live there are Mayans. They are lovely, lovely people. A lot of them speak Mayan, and they also speak Spanish and a little bit, un poco, of English. It's cool. If you speak a little Spanish, you'll get to practice. Even just a few words will make people happy down there because, it's cool if you try to speak their language. So that's my introduction to you about this trip. It's something very special to me. I get to spend a lot of time with you, which is super cool. You get to work on your yoga practice and work on relaxing, whatever that means to you. What I'd like to do is give you a peek at the Maya Tulum resort itself. We have a great map, and we have pictures and all kinds of cool stuff, so you'll actually get to see more of where you're actually going to be, including literally where those little thatched hut cabanas are sitting on the beach or near the beach or in the garden. So that's what we're going to do next. We're just going to give you an overview of that. And just a reminder or an update, the weeks of the trip are January 15th to the 22nd and the 22nd through the 29th. So those are the 2 weeks that we're looking at. And next up, I'm going to show you some more information about the resort right at itself. Thanks. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the map. So week 1, again, is January 15th to the 22nd. And what you'll see on the map is the rooms that are filled, and you can see names and arrows at them at those particular rooms, and then the ones that are still available are the ones in the red. There are 4 really different kinds of rooms. One is the villa. There's only one of those. That's number 1. That's a very cool room because it has 2 kind of separate bedroom areas. Stephen and I and the kids have stayed there before, and it's quite lovely. The second one is the beachfront. Now, first, let me just remind you that you can't go wrong at Maya Tulum. Like, wherever you are, it's going to be gorgeous. But if you really want the beachy experience, then you get a cabana. And these are cabanas. They're little thatched huts. They're really beautiful and elegant. And their beachfronts are literally on the beach, like in the sand on the beach, facing the ocean. And the waves are crashing. It's really, really fabulous. You can see number 6 is a beachfront. That's where Catherine and Todd are staying. Catherine and Todd are regulars at O2, Somerville and South End. And they came for the first time to Maya Tulum last year. They are fabulous people. They taught my sons this really wonderful game where you play with coconuts. We picked the coconuts right out of the tree. Yes, right out of the tree. And put them in the sand, and it was really, really fun. They're great. You'll also see Jody and Bjorn down in the D and E and F range. They are 2 good friends of mine from the Portsmouth area. They are staying in an oceanfront. And the difference with the oceanfront is that you see the ocean, you're close to it, but you're not literally right on the beach. Those are lovely as well. Jody and Bjorn just got married, so I'm very excited for them, and I'm excited they're coming on the trip. And then the last kind of room is the gardens. And the gardens mean that you're in tropical foliage. It's really gorgeous. You can still hear the ocean clearly. All the paths that go from room to room and restaurant and yoga hall and all that are sand. So you have your feet in the sand the whole day. But the garden ones are really lovely, and you'll see number 32 is where Tracy and Heather and Liz are. Those 3 have been coming on the trip almost every year since we started. They're great friends. They've always had a wonderful experience, and I'm so looking forward to spending time with them. Let's go to week 2. Again, same kinds of rooms. We've got the villas, the beachfronts, the ocean view, and the gardens. You can see where Stephen and I are staying in number 2. We stay there pretty much every year with the boys, and that works out great because they can just run right out of the door onto the beach. You can see number 1 is where Bonnie and Ian are staying. They just adopted 2 kids from Ethiopia, 2 boys, lovely boys, Mente and Abby, and they're going to be coming this year. You can see where Julie Murphy is one of our fabulous teachers, and she will be staying in a beachfront with Kale. They too have been coming almost every year, and this is going to be the first time for Julie to be teaching. The other cool thing about the map is you can see where the yoga hall is. It's gorgeous. It's a giant thatched hut building. You can see where the restaurant is. It's an even more giant thatched hut, open-aired, gorgeous building. So basically, this is the way that Maya Tulum is laid out. Oh, and another thing, you might be looking at this map and wondering what the different colored circles mean. So we have the green circles. Those are the rooms that are already taken. Now, how did those rooms get taken, you ask? Well, this year, because it's our 10th anniversary, we did something special. We opened the registration to just alums, meaning people who had gone on the trip before. This was kind of a special thing that we did. And believe it or not, we've sold, 80% of the rooms in week 2 already. Week 1 is probably about 40%, which is so cool. So that means that many people are coming back this year. So if you're new to the trip, you're going to have all of these lovely people to give you advice and to tell you what's great to do, to go on trips with. that'll be really, really, really wonderful. So in conclusion, I am so happy that I had a chance to virtually walk you through this coming year's trip. And the trip is coming up really, really soon. It's hard to believe that January is right around the corner, but it is. As you can see, there are an awful lot of very enthusiastic and excited people who have already signed up because they know how great the trip is, and that's why they're coming again. So I sincerely hope that you are one of the lucky people who gets one of the free rooms that are available, and that I see you on the beaches of Tulum in January. Have a fabulous day, and namaste.